Hey everybody, I am back with another video and I am here to show you guys how I do my self-retightings. I had my husband help me collect some clips and some footage of the things that I was doing. I'm going to give you a verbal walkthrough and then I will include some clips along the way so you can kind of get an idea of what I did. So as you know, I have tons and tons and tons and tons of tiny locks, and yeah, you got to be precise when you're interlocking locks as small as mine. I mean, it's really easy to marry them together. It can be a really frustrating process because you can't exactly see the back of your head, but you want to make sure that the job is done well, especially if you're doing it yourself. So what I was trying to do was replicate what I did with establishing my locks, which was I sat on my bathroom counter and I would pull out the medicine cabinet and angle it just right against the mirror that's just on the wall, and I would like use those two mirrors to see the back of my head, and that worked fine to establish my locks, but I knew that that was not going to be the long-term solution for me because my butt was really sore afterwards. So I was like, let me look into some mirrors. So I started looking into I think they're called trifold mirrors, and they have a mirror that's made for men who are trying to give themselves their own haircut. So I was using that. I was trying to, you know, see, do I buy this? Do I buy that? And then it dawned on me. I was like, I film the back of my head all the time. Why don't I just use my camera? Like, why don't I just use my camera to see the back of my head as I'm interlocking? And I tried it and it worked like a charm. Like, it worked like a charm. So that's what I did, guys. Like, if you are someone who is at home and you are trying to interlock the back of your head or just really any part of your head, use your camera. And yes, I have one of those like fancy cameras, but you don't need a fancy camera. You can do this even with just your iPhone. All you need, first I'll give you the setup for what you need if you're using a professional camera. If you're using a professional camera, you need a tripod, you obviously need a camera, and you need a light. You need something that's going to illuminate the back of your head. What I used is the light that I already have. It's actually, I'm not using it right now, but it's like one of these like O lights, the ring lights, a ring light. And I just put that right behind me in alignment with my camera, and it illuminated the back of my head. It made my parts really visible, easy for me to see, and I set up my camera behind me and I was able to zoom in, focus, and it was perfect. I could see my parts and my hair beautifully. It was super easy to do my interlocks. The next thing, if you don't have a special camera, that's okay. What you can do is you can go on Amazon or really any retailer, and what they have is they have little I wish I had it on me, but what it is, it's like it's a portable stand, and all it does is it clips onto the side of a desk. It can clip onto your chair, and it has little claws, and you can open up the claws and sit your phone right here, and you can adjust it however you want. And your camera does just as good a job as picking up the imagery as my professional camera. I mean, obviously not as good, but it's good enough that you can see what you're doing. You don't need to buy a camera for this. In addition to your phone, just like with the professional camera, you will also need a light. Perhaps you can use the light that is built into your iPhone. If not, find a lamp, find a light that's super bright and set it up next to your camera so that the back of your head or any portion of your head can be illuminated and you can see what you're doing. And essentially that's what I did. I said I was, you know, to retighten my hair, I had done a couple hours per day, and I would just adjust the camera and the light as I needed to be able to see what I was doing. And I was able to get a complete full 360 of every angle of my head as I was doing the retightings. And when I say I didn't interlock any of my locks together on accident, I mean I didn't make that mistake once. And it's not because I am a pro, but it's because I could see what I was doing. So if you are someone who is at home, you've got tons of locks, or even if you don't have a lot of locks, you just want to be able to interlock yourself, and you can't see the back of your head, or you can't see a certain angle of your head, if you've got a camera, if you've got a phone, if you have a light, you really have all you need. In addition to the tools that you'll use, you have everything you need to be able to do your own self-retightenings. I mean, I did it myself. I've got over 700 locks, didn't make a single mistake. And if I can do it, you can do it. So I'm really excited to put this video out because I know that the self-retightening is the part that is daunting for a lot of people, whether you come into money problems and you can't make it to your consultant, or your consultant is booked out and you can't get an appointment, or you know, whatever the reasons for why you can't go or don't want to go to a professional are limitless, but you can do this. Like you're not like enslaved to a consultant or to a hair professional. Like you really can do this on your own. So I hope that this video helps you guys. If it helps, please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys have any other modifications that you use to do your own self-retightenings. Because I was researching like crazy to see what are other people doing to self-retighten. I can't see the back of my head. I don't want to mess up. I didn't see anyone doing this. I saw some other people doing some other things. But let me know if you guys have anything that is just as effective, if not more effective, for being able to do precision work in the back of your head. As always, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time.